What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Anthony Joshua. AJ has said after the Ruiz fight, he intends to focus 100% on Deontay Wilder. What does that mean exactly? Well, I guess he's going to focus on what, pray tell? Because unless it's something that we don't know about, maybe Deontay Wilder did kind of hint out some things. He said they're talking, right? And then that's what he said. These two teams are talking. So that may seem like progress, but we don't know. But what Deontay said that caught my attention was if things happen in private, if the conversations or negotiations are kept in private and no one really knows what they make, or the details about the fight could happen. So I think that's a hint. I think Deontay was throwing a hint out there that as long as people shut up about how much money they make, because it's like this, guys. I know why Deontay doesn't want things publicized, because he's not the bigger draw, which is okay. You know, that's not. A lot of people think, oh, you're bragging. It's not, that AJ makes more money. It's not about bragging. It's not about trying to put someone on a pedestal. It's not about that. It's about honesty and reality. Realistically, AJ's the bigger draw. That's just a fact, right? If Deontay was the bigger draw, he'd be the bigger draw. He's not. But he is a champion. He's a WBC heavyweight champion of the world. He has 9 title defenses. So that fight could happen. And I think Deontay wants to now start a confidential negotiation plan, because he knows that he will get less of the pot. He knows he will. And the thing is, he doesn't want everyone else to know that, hey, I'm getting a lot less or less than Anthony Joshua. You know what I mean? And see, I think the DAZN thing now, me looking at it and thinking about it, well, the DAZN offer was so overwhelming. If you think about it, it was so overwhelming. But one thing it was public. And I don't think that he was able to, accept it publicly, because it's a lot of people that back Deontay Wilder. They have a doctrine, almost like Republicans and Democrats at this point. They believe that Deontay is the bigger draw. They honestly believe that. Like, for whatever reason, they think that Deontay's the bigger draw, that Deontay Wilder should get 50-50, that Deontay Wilder is the better fighter or whatever. They're fans of Deontay Wilder, obviously. But because they're fans with Deontay Wilder, that clouds their judgment completely. It clouds it. It makes you not think realistic about what's going on in the world and what Anthony Joshua was doing. Think about it. Let's a prime example. Anthony Joshua and Andy Ruiz. Now, when he was fighting Miller, those tickets did a record-breaking sale. And they were more expensive, mind you. There was twice as much. And he still sold more. That should tell you something. You see what I mean? Whereas Deontay Wilder's tickets were cheaper, but then yet he sold less. So it's like 17,000 to like 13,000. Now, mind you, when I seen Deontay Wilder in Brazil, it didn't look like it was missing anybody. So I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, he looked scattered. No, it looked like a full arena to me. But the point I'm trying to make is he sold less tickets at a cheaper price, and Anthony Joshua sold more at a higher price. That shows value, marquee value right there. And I think Deontay knows that, and he wants to save face, so he don't want to let his fans down, those people that ride and die by him, especially the members of the LDBC, all those cats. He doesn't want them to know that he's getting less. That's the only thing I can come up with, because there's a lot of people that really believe in him, because Look, his clothing line, and I'll do a video about that later, but I wanted to do one last week, but anyway, I'll do one later about it. But his clothing line is a statement, but it's a statement. It means something. You know, when Deontay Wilder went off on Radio Raheem, he was trying to, or he wasn't even trying to explain something which he should have been doing. He lashed out and with a certain slogan, or, you know, with certain words, and those words became a slogan, okay? And that slogan to this day, that became something that, oh, this is what that means, right? So that alone gave him a whole different platform, okay? That gave him a whole different following, because again, it was people that saw that outbreak and that uproar, and they don't even follow boxing. So that should tell you a lot. But he is coming up. He is raising his profile. That's great for Deontay Wilder. But as far as Anthony Joshua, he doesn't really compare yet. Okay? So Anthony will get the bigger thing of the pot. So back to Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua is going to focus on that, on Deontay Wilder, as though there's something he knows more than the public. So if Deontay wants it, or his team wants it to be private, I think they're talking privately to make this fight happen without anyone knowing the details. That's why I think all of, you know, Anthony Joshua, we've been hearing Anthony Joshua calling out Deontay Wilder, but why is it you think now that he's putting 100% focus on Deontay Wilder after the Ruiz fight? Because there's a good chance that that fight could happen next. And I would be surprised, and I would be very happy, and for once we'd be like, okay, we finally got this shit done. You know what I mean? I'm not one of those guys like Boxing Ego, and I wouldn't do this if I was Deontay. Because they really don't want that fight to happen. A lot of people don't. Honestly, a lot of fans of Deontay Wilder don't. They don't want that fight to take place, because once it happens, it's happening, and that's that. You know, if Joshua beats Deontay Wilder, they're going to be heartbroken. They're going to be quiet. They're going to still report it, but they're going to have a different spirit, right? Whereas if Deontay Wilder wins, they're going to go ballistic, that's what they're supposed to. They're fans of Deontay Wilder. If I was a fan of Deontay Wilder, I'd be doing the same thing, but I'm not. You know, I like some of the things Deontay does. Some of them, a lot of them, I don't. You know, I don't hate the man. I'm just like, I just figure that a lot of things he does is contradicting, but that's my personal feelings towards it. He's, you know, he's gonna be him at the end of the day. Okay. Now, Anthony Joshua wanting to get that fight, me counterpunching that, I think he should worry about Andy Ruiz first, because there's not a lot of people talking about Andy Ruiz, which you don't want Andy Ruiz to be like Buster Douglas. You know what I mean? Like, you don't want that kind of situation to happen, because someone you're not even looking at or focusing on, and you're going to give your 100% focus on Deontay Wilder, but there's no contract signed, you might have a problem. Now, I will say that. But anyway, he's focused on Deontay Wilder after Ruiz. That's his intentions. That's his plans. But you guys tell me what you think about Anthony Joshua's statements. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been counterpunched. Peace.